So DC just beat the shit out of Stipe, and now I see all these fake ass Stipe fans talking shit, and that's funny because before Stipe fought Ngannou, all these motherfuckers were talking shit about how Stipe was gonna lose, Ngannou was gonna fuck Stipe with his big black cock and all this other nonsense. These were white dudes. They had counted him the fuck out. They were not rooting for him. They were going against him until he got the decision. That's the truth. Check the ones who haven't changed their comment posts yet, edited their posts yet. It's all over the place. No, I personally think it's all bullshit because the only reason this fight got scheduled was because Dana White was praying to God that somebody kicks Stipe's ass. Dana White hates Stipe because he's a generic working class guy. Like DC's hella charismatic. Fabricio Werdum has an insanely large fan base in Brazil. So he knew if Werdum kept winning, he could pack up soccer-sized audiences. I'm talking 45 to 85,000 dudes in a stadium in Brazil and make a fuck ton of money. We're talking like gates for like 8, 9, $10 million. So when they took that guy out, he was pissed. So he kept throwing all these dudes at him, praying to God that they'd knock him out. Overeem has a huge international following. He was hoping he'd knock him out. He almost did. And he fucked up. So after that, Overeem went back into his hate pile because he hates Overeem too. Because he pissed hot. And if DC had lost, he would have threw Brock Lesnar at him. He would have probably fucking let him take an IV. He just wanted that dude to lose the damn belt. I mean, I'm just keeping it real here. Because like I said, sports are fixed for the most part. And this guy wasn't taking a goddamn dive. And that pissed him off, and he wanted to take him out. That's it. And he knew that DC was well-rounded enough to do it. And so he got knocked the fuck out. Because, I mean, how can I put this? It's not that Steve is a bad fighter. He's obviously really good, but his chin is suspect. And Stefan Struve proved that when he just pieced him out with a one-hitter quitter. And DC has pretty good power. Put Bigfoot on his ass. So he knew that option was there, plus the wrestling factor. He knows he can get up under really tall dudes, and he can grind them out. So that's what happened. He got up under him, and he kept hitting with uppercuts. He expected more uppercuts, and then he got that overhand right to the chin, knocked him the fuck out. And now all the fucking dudes, all the little preemies are mad, saying that nigga's a dirty fighter because he accidentally eye poked him one time, which is bullshit. Both of those guys could have rested. Stipe could have took another, could have took another minute, 5 minutes if he wanted to. So all the complaining is bullshit because they're mad that their great white hype got beat. And they're gonna probably try to blame it on Jews. When in reality, Dana White wanted that dude to lose so fucking bad so that he could get a marketable champion. DC is a marketable champion. He's a charismatic guy. So Cain Velasquez, he's got a huge Mexican base. He needs somebody with a huge money-spending base who will spend money on a cult-like level. Mexicans will do that. Brazilians will do that. I hate little children. They're fucking useless. That's why we need to bring back child labor. But he knew that if he could get those kinds of people back into society, back into his fold under a new champion, he'd get more money. And then he'd set up super fights that people actually care about. And one fight that people actually will give a fuck about is somebody like John Jones or DC taking on Brock Lesnar. Nobody would give a fuck about Stipe versus Brock Lesnar. He wouldn't talk any shit. He'd be like, yeah, man, big guy, fast guy, you know. Fucking him, I beat him, and lose, you know, homie, you know, fucking fight, you know, do my line, blah, blah, blah. That's it. So, I mean, that's not gonna sell a fucking fight. Even in this fight, DC's trying to hype it up, talk some shit, but he knew what kind of a person he was. So they just put all the focus on DC and his legacy, and just was like, oh yeah, Stipe's beat a lot of dudes. This is gonna be a good fight because he's just not marketable. This has gone on a lot longer than it should. So fuck it. That's it, bitch.